The NFL is going to uphold the 4-game suspension of Tom Brady. Commissioner Goodell is not bending on this one, and there are reports that Brady will take this to federal court, seek an injunction so that he might be able to play as this thing works its way through the courts.
People looking at it would say, you know, court cases are drawn out. Yes, they are, but injunctions can be had within 12 hours.
Yeah.
So the injunction could hold that until the full federal case could be heard, that the NFL would have to continue playing it. The reason for, and I'm sure you know it at this point, the reason the NFL acted so strongly in not doing what you and I have talked about, reducing it to 2 or changing it to a fine and not having him sit out any games, is that he destroyed his cell phone. He made more than 10,000, there were more than 10, I'm sorry, nearly 10,000 texts on his cell phone. He claims, as you pointed out at the top of the show, that he always destroys his phone when he gets a new phone. And he didn't destroy it. He had someone else destroy it. I don't know how he had them destroyed. Do you think he texted them and said, destroyed my phone? I've got my phone. But here's the point. He had been requested by the NFL to turn over the text. And despite that request order before he met with the NFL, he destroyed the cell phone.
So this is as much about not cooperating with the league as it is about deflating
balls. It's totally
balls.
about not cooperating with the league, that the NFL has said in the release today, and I think that having done Around the Horn, that there was information that ESPN and Around the Horn got. We were going with it on Around the Horn. Our producers called the NFL. We think that speeded up their announcement that it was happening. So there were, when they heard that it was going to be out there on ESPN in a few minutes, they actually quickly turned out a report. But the NFL, and what I was able to read, and going back to it, that, yeah, this is now Watergate. This was not about a burglary. It was about the cover-up that the president, and so
the gap in the tape, the 17.5-minute gap.
And so here, by destroying his cell phone, whether he did anything or not, by not cooperating enough, either in the interview he did with the NFL or in his replies, or the fact that he destroyed what the NFL considered was the final evidence, would have proven one way or the other whether he was participating in a cover-up of what happened or that he had ordered the balls to deflate. So I believe there's another side to this, and I've said this to a couple of people already. What if there were other texts on there that he was afraid maybe, even though the NFL wouldn't put them out, that TMZ or somebody might get something that he's willing to suck it up for this, hoping that you're laughing. But
well, you know why I'm laughing? I'm thinking other football players who have sent out lewd texts, pictures, things like that.
I'm not thinking about that, but if there could have been text to people, given your...
You never know.
Your life and your lifestyle, that, you know, have you ever sent a text to somebody and you went, boy, I hope nobody else sees this?
Not me.
Nope.
I've never done that.
Everyone among us who's ever sent out a text, because I've sent out the text I didn't want somebody to see, and I actually sent it to them by mistake.
Oh, we've all done that. We've all done that one.
So, I mean, it's quite possible that it had nothing to do with football, and then he was not guilty, but by destroying it, that was the final straw. So yes, it's going to go to court. There will be an injunction. He'll play. But let's say for a moment, just add this, and then I'll get off the podium. If it's upheld, what's the team he plays first?
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
If it's upheld, if the 4-game suspension now is upheld,
it's the Broncos.
The Colts.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I'm sorry. The
Indianapolis Colts.
That he's
AFC
accused
Championship
of
game. Yeah.
In Indianapolis. How interesting would that game be?
Oh, very.
And it will come after a bye.
Yeah.
So their whole season could be kind of turned up evil. And why are we so concerned about it? It could be a big, big help to the Denver Broncos.
Yeah. That portion of the big stuff brought to you by Grand Prix Motorsports, your source for the original motorcycle. That would be Indian motorcycles. So check out the newest line of Indian cycles at Grand Prix Motorsports on County Line and Santa Fe. And that is Shannon riding her hog.